Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the 25-liter Citadel R3 from Black Ember. Black Ember has been coming out with some of the most interesting bags of the past couple of years. I absolutely love the materials that they use. The weather resistance on these is incredible, and it feels like they continue to iterate and improve with each release. I really liked the R2 version of the Citadel, and then I really liked the Shadow Backpack line. The aesthetic of that just was definitely my sort of style. And so with the R3, it seems like they've kind of combined elements from the Shadow line and the Citadel to create this updated collection, which, I've had a chance to now test out for a couple of weeks. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to use it. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, like other Black Ember bags, the Citadel R3 has a really modern, sleek, and techy vibe that I'm a big fan of, and it reminds me of bags from companies like Air and Able Carry. Definitely something that will fit right into a more urban setting while still retaining a minimal enough appearance to work well in a more professional setting. It's something I could see myself taking into the office, and this is also just going to be a really great travel bag. As far as the materials, the bag feels very solidly built. This exterior fabric is a 420D Recore nylon that not only feels very rugged, but also highly weather resistant. It really feels like everything that's on the inside of the bag is going to be very well protected from the elements. I'm always a fan of how Black Ember does the seams of their bags. They look really bonded, protected. Beyond that, there's just really high quality hardware all throughout the bag. Duraflex buckles, Hypalon zipper pulls, you have aluminum buckles, and then some really nice aqua guarded YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, you have a variety of attachment points that are meant to pair with Black Ember's ecosystem of accessories. So you have attachment points at the bottom, on the side, at the top. And while this unfortunately means that there's no built-in external water bottle pocket, they do have an accessory that will allow you to attach one to the side if you want to. The regular version of the Citadel includes a handle that you can place at the top or at the side of the bag. If you go with the Max version, it has an extra handle, and it also comes with these additional compression straps that you can place onto the bottom of the bag. So great to have the ability to kind of customize the bag depending on what you want to use. If you need the additional functionality to maybe carry a tripod or a yoga mat or something, you can attach them. If you want a cleaner look, you can remove them. And then the handles that Black Ember uses are always really well padded, high quality. And then it's great that you can put it on the side that's going to work best for you, depending on how you like to carry the bag. You can hold it like a briefcase, and then again, you have one at the top, at the side if you want to. Another nice aspect about the exterior of the bag is that you have very minimal branding. There's no visible logo on the front of the bag, nothing really big on the sides. You have the Black Ember logo on some of the attachment points for the handles and then on the zipper pulls, but in general, it's really subtle, which is very nice. And then the last thing I'll call out while we're talking about the outside of the bag is that this does manage to stand up pretty well on its own. The fabric maintains its shape pretty nicely, and then the bag also has a pretty wide bottom. So, I was able to place this down next to me pretty consistently and access the compartments when I needed to. Moving into the capacity, the Citadel R3 is offered in an 18-liter and the 25-liter size that I have here. This is one of my favorite sizes of bags in general, as it manages to strike a good balance of being something that I could use for my day-to-day. It was able to hold everything that I like to carry with me with some leftover space for longer days, or if I want to use this for minimal travel. But it also maintains a pretty sleek silhouette, even when it's a little bit more packed out, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying onto pretty much any domestic or international airline. Taking a look at the harness system, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. In general, I've always been a fan of Black Ember's harnesses. I like the amount of padding that they offer in their straps. They're really comfortable. They feel supportive. On the inside, you have a breathable mesh to help prevent moisture from building up. The straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. With the R3, you do have load lifters included with the bag, which, I could have probably done without, but I know that, they're gonna help kind of tweak the way that the bag sits on my shoulders, pull the weight closer, and, if you're a fan of those, they are included. Then you have a little bit of strap management here, a couple of attachment points with a sternum strap that you can either remove or adjust depending on your height. And this is going to have a magnetic buckle to help you get it on and off quickly. And then at the bottom of the bag, you do have some good strap management included here, so you can adjust the bag, but it's never going to look messy. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. The foam that's included here is a little bit more rigid than the one that's on the straps, but it still feels like it's going to offer plenty of support. It's well distributed throughout the back. It also has a nice breathable fabric covering it. And then there is this good bit of elevation here to create an air channel to provide you with ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. The bag also has good frame sheet to help distribute the weight. One thing to note here, depending on your height, is that the bottom of the bag could potentially dig into your lower back, similar to the issue that people have called out with bags like the CPL24 and the CTB26. It's kind of a similar sort of situation that I could see happening depending on where the bag rests on your back and how high or low you like to wear it. So just something to keep in mind depending on which size of the bag you choose to go with. And then here on the back, you also have a nice luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your shoulders. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. At the top, you have a really great quick access area, very well protected zipper. I really like the zipper garage that Black Ember uses on their bags because it also works as a theft deterrent. You can place the zipper pull through, pull it all the way in, and then it becomes a lot harder to easily open this bag. It also has some attachment points here, some holes in the actual zipper pull that you can use to maybe secure it with an additional cable lock or something like that. So I think that's a really cool kind of design. Haven't seen that on a ton of bags, and it works pretty nicely. And then this compartment offers a nice amount of space. This is definitely the type of quick access area that I'm a fan of. It's able to handle items like my sunglasses with their case. I have my AirPods in here. I also have a cable to charge my tablet and my phone. I have a retractable USB-C cable as a backup. And then on the back, you have kind of a padded divider. Could be a good spot for something like an e-reader or maybe your phone if you don't want to have it in your pocket. At the moment, the only thing that I have here is a Field Notes notebook. And even with all those items in there, there was still some leftover space. So if I wanted to have like a small pouch, or just a great spot for tossing things in while going through TSA. And the last thing that you have in this area is a lanyard with a clip that's gonna be a great spot for your keys or multi-tool. I really like that this has kind of a magnetic modular accessory so that you can easily remove this and get to your stuff more easily. Below that, you have another zippered pocket that's gonna be a little bit larger and taller. I'm a big fan of these style of pockets that have a decent amount of volume and that are gonna be able to handle pouches and other bulkier accessories that I'm grabbing a lot throughout the day. In this area, I was actually able to fit my Evergood Civic Access pouch 1 liter. It slid in there very comfortably, so just a great bit of volume here for traveling. You can see that working for a DOP kit. And then I have my USB-C hub that I have with me when I'm working to just have some extra ports. I also in here have my Alpaca admin pouch. And then nothing else in there at the moment. This compartment goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. No other internal organization here, but you can start to get a view of the high contrast liner that they have on the inside, which is gonna be great to give you a little bit of added visibility. And then on the back of the bag, you have a dedicated zipper that's gonna allow you to access the laptop area. Great protection here. And this uses this kind of newer style of laptop compartment that is dedicated, but is also integrated into the main area. So you have some Velcro that allows you to kind of open this up and access it when you have the bag open clamshell style. We'll take a closer look at that when we get into the main compartment. So I've seen this pop up on a couple of different bags, and I think that it works well because it actually keeps your laptop separate. You can easily reach in and grab it. If you're traveling, if you're working, you place the bag down next to you. Really nice amount of space here. This should be able to handle a 15 or 16 inch laptop comfortably. Currently what I have here is my 14-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see plenty of leftover space here at the top and on the side. And then this is gonna offer a nice amount of padding, and it's also pulled up off the bottom of the ground. So pulling my device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. It does come up a decent amount, although if you have a really thick laptop, I can see that start to get a little bit tight, but regardless, with the amount of padding that's offered here and the fact that this is actually pulled up off the bottom of the ground, it really feels like my device is gonna be very well protected while I'm on the go. The last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. This does have a full clamshell style opening, which I'm always a big fan of, and then a really nice, simple main area to allow you to organize all of your stuff. If you're a modular packer, as I always say, this is gonna work very, very well. Again, 25 liters of space in this one. I was able to place quite a few items. And so diving in here at the top, I have my packable rain jacket. And then I had to place my water bottle inside because I do not have the external water bottle attachment, but still enough space here and separate from the main area. It's never gonna be ideal, but was able to fit in there. I also have my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their case. I have a tech and EDC organizer from Lockbee. And then at the bottom here, I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liters. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. Pretty simple layout here. You just have a slip pocket, which might be good for holding an additional device, a notebook, or maybe, for separating out some clothes if you're using this for travel or for the gym. And I like that, it's pretty simple. Things stay out of the way. With this layout, this would work very well for minimal travel. If I wanted to toss in my packing cube, a dop kit, an extra pair of shoes, I would definitely be able to use this for a longer weekend trip. And then on the other side of the bag, you have some additional organization on the lid. This is a pretty interesting layout that, I didn't take full advantage of because I don't like to place that much stuff across all of the compartments. I feel like things might start to press up against each other. So here on the front, you have a taller pocket that is secured with a magnet. So that might be more of a quick access area. This also has some rigidity. So this is an area where I would kind of slide my tablet in. If I wanted to get to it quickly, I wouldn't really want to place that on the back because all my stuff is there. So when I had the bag closed, I could reach in, pop this open, and get to my tablet when I needed to. And then behind that, you have another zippered pocket, which I didn't end up using. This one also has a pretty decent amount of space. Another spot where you could have placed a tablet, a notebook, a pouch, some cables. So lots of different options here. I chose to focus more on this one because it just worked well for my tablet. And then behind that, you have another slip pocket that is, again, pretty deep. And in this one, I just tossed in some of the other items that I'm grabbing pretty regularly during the day. So my Apple Magic Mouse I tossed in there, an extra USB-C cable, and then I also have my retractable HDMI cable, but more than enough space here for a tablet or a Kindle as well. So you had a lot of different options, also good for pouches. And then you have one additional zippered pocket, which is a little bit bigger. This is a great area for maybe separating out some additional clothes, a jacket. So it does have some volume and it's a tall compartment. So this is gonna be great if I'm using this as a gym bag. I can place a change of clothes in here, keep it separate from my day-to-day items, or if I'm using my packing cubes and I have some other loose clothing items that I wanna take with me, I can separate them out here. So great to have it, but then if I don't wanna use this, just kind of stays out of the way with the rest of the compartments. So really like the layout and space offered in this main area. One last thing that I'll mention, because I forgot to earlier, is that you have this Velcro here, which is what allows you to access the laptop area when you have the bag open, so that you don't have to kind of flip it up, zipper. So that's a pretty cool system. This is what I was saying, where the laptop compartment is kind of integrated into the main area, but still separate. You can actually see it here, get a sense of the padding. You can see that it's pulled up off the bottom of the ground, but it's still separate enough that it's very easy to get to my device without having to kind of navigate everything that I have packed away. So, really thoughtful design in this area and just throughout the rest of the bag. I really enjoyed using this one. Absolutely love the style, the weather resistance, and if you're looking for a versatile, sleek, and durable tech and everyday bag, this is really gonna be an excellent option to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Citadel R3 over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company's site. It's going to come in at a little over $300, so definitely premium pricing on this one. It is an investment. You are getting a very solidly built bag that's going to have a nice feature set, but there's going to be some other great bags in this price range that may be worth considering. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Air City Pack Pro, which has been one of my favorite tech and everyday bags of the past couple of years. I really love the sleek, modern aesthetic that has. Very solid build quality. It's offered in a couple of different fabrics. Most recently, it was released in Ultra, so it's gonna give you that extra weather resistance and durability. And then it just has a very nice functional layout, good organization for your tech and everyday essentials, clamshell style opening, dedicated and well padded laptop compartment, quick access pockets, water bottle pockets, very comfortable harness system. So it really just gives you a very well-rounded feature set, and it's also going to come in at a slightly lower price point. So if you want something with this type of an aesthetic that's going to offer, a lot of versatility, that's going to be a great option to keep in mind. The next bag this made me think of is the Belroy Venture Travel Pack, which has been one of my favorite new bags of the year. Really love the modern aesthetic of that. It has a clamshell style layout, really great pocketing. I particularly love the top quick access area, well-rounded feature set. It's gonna offer, side pockets that can handle a water bottle pocket. And one of the cool things about that one is it has a hidden tote bag that's included with the bag. So you can pull that out, you have a 2-bag setup. It's got a luggage pass-through. And so just a really kind of great all-purpose bag. Like this one, it has excellent weather resistance. So if you're looking for something that's gonna prioritize that sort of thing, and that's also just gonna have a little bit of a different aesthetic, and that's gonna be a great option to consider. Another bag this made me think of is the Evergood CPL24, which is a really legendary everyday carry bag, coming in at about 24 liters. It's close in size to this one. It also has a clamshell style opening, very functional organizational layout. The pockets all have dedicated volume that makes them very easy to use, dedicated and well padded laptop compartment, pretty comfortable harness system, and it's gonna have a more subdued aesthetic that is meant to be a crossover bag, so it'll work well in the outdoors, it'll work well in an urban setting. I really love the minimal style of that bag. It doesn't look quite as sleek as this one, so if that's more your type of aesthetic, or you want something with a slightly different organizational layout, then that's gonna be an excellent option to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Dispatch Day Pack, which is another bag that I've really enjoyed using over the past couple of months. Very solid build quality. The layout on that one's gonna be a little bit different. It's more of a top loading bag, but it's got a nice organizational layout, external water bottle compartments, comfortable harness system. It has a dedicated and well padded laptop compartment. So checking off a lot of the same boxes here. It's got a pretty modern aesthetic, but it feels more functional than this one. It's got compression straps and those external water bottle pockets. It just gives it a little bit of a different vibe, but in general, very, very functional. I've really enjoyed using it, and if you're looking for a great all-purpose durable bag, that's gonna be a fantastic option to take a look at. With that being said, the Citadel R3 holds up really well against all those options, and it's great to see Black Ember continue to improve with each release. This is definitely my favorite bag that they've come out with. And if you have a little bit of a higher budget and you're looking for a bag that's highly weather resistant and durable, and that's also gonna offer great organization and space for all of your essentials, and this is gonna be a really great option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Citadel R3 and how it compares to some of the other popular tech and EDC bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank Black Ember for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.